and welcome to the news on Kodi Mwamvelako. This is where we get to give you some of the top happening stories. My name is Kaifa Singuni, and let's directly go to some of the happening stories this afternoon. Speaker of the National Assembly, Nelly Muti, says the ongoing war in the Middle East is a painful reminder of the devastating human cost of conflict, urging stronger global efforts to promote peace, dialogue, and cooperation. Speaking at the 152nd Inter-Parliamentary Union IPU Assembly in Istanbul, Turkey, Ms. Muti stressed that Parliament play a critical role in preventing conflict and supporting peaceful resolution of disputes at a time when the world is facing rising challenges including war, inequality, and climate change. Citizens First President Harry Kalawa has called for the immediate dissolution of Parliament, questioning its credibility and legitimacy and urging that it no longer holds the moral authority to govern. The Non-Governmental Gender Organizations Coordinating Council is calling for increased support towards Catholic sisters, recognizing their vital role in educating communities and delivering humanitarian across Zambia. Board Chairperson Beauty Gatere says empowering the sisters means investing directly in women, girls, and the nation's future. The Chongwe Municipal Council Fire Brigade has successfully contained a fire that broke out at an orphanage dormitory in Ndeke East, Chongwe, along Great East Road near Fountain Gate Orphanage School. The incident, which occurred yesterday around 15:30 hours, was reported by Deborah Chiwala after she noticed house on fire within Kapiriomba Farm Orphanage premises. Firefighters responded promptly to the scene, where one-room boys' dormitory measuring 6 by 4 meters had already been largely affected. Members of the public had managed to contain part of the blaze before the fire brigade arrived. The team carried out cooling operations to fully extinguish the fire. Although no injuries were reported, the fire destroyed property including books, clothes, mattresses, blankets, bedsheets, and other belongings. Authorities say the cause of the fire has not yet been established and investigations are underway, while residents are being urged to observe fire safety precautions. The University Teaching Hospital, UTH, has successfully conducted about 35 delicate neurosurgeries on children aged between 1 month to 12 years in the past 5 years during Neurosurgical Week held at the UTH Adult Hospital. The procedures carried out by local specialists included operations on children suffering from conditions such as spina bifida, hydrocephalus, and brain tumors, among others. UTH Adult Hospital neurosurgeon Dr. Andrew Kasonde says the initiative is part of the planned program by hospital management aimed at improving access to specialized surgical care, with a target of 45 operations during the week-long exercise. The Copper Queens have ended their FIFA Series Brazil 2026 campaign with a 4th-place finish, but still had a moment of celebration after receiving medals at the Arena Pantanal. Despite heavy defeats to Canada 4-0, host Brazil in a 6-1 defeat, Zambia managed to close their tournament with a 1-1 draw against South Korea, with skipper Barbara Banda scoring her second goal of the tournament. The team used the FIFA series as part of preparations for the Women's Africa Cup of Nations set for July-August in Morocco, where qualifications stakes remain high for the FIFA World Cup to be hosted by Brazil. And also in international news, tensions in the Middle East have escalated after conflicting claims over Strait of Hormuz following a fragile ceasefire between Lebanon and Israel. Reports indicate that Iran initially reopened the strategic waterway after the ceasefire agreement, while U.S. President Donald Trump insisted that a maritime blockage on Iranian shipping would remain in force until a full agreement is signed. However, diplomatic tensions escalated further as Iran reportedly reserved its position, warning that the straits would remain closed until the United States lifts its blockade, deepening uncertainty between Tehran and Washington. The move has once again raised global concerns as Strait of Hormuz remains a critical route for global oil transport. For more on these and other stories, stay tuned for the main news bulletin at 1800 hours. My name is Kefa Singuni with the news on Kodi Mwamvelako. Good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.